Oops. I just did an entire show without you guys. I apologize. So let's do this. I will hang my head in shame and have to resort to this as my intro. Man. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize 1,000%. I actually did a false stream on Facebook. I thought I was here, and I just got confused. It was two different StreamYard windows, and I clicked on the wrong one. Um, my bad. My bad, man. And what's up, Jorge? Fuck yeah, man. I'm glad you're here. Um, I do apologize. I totally screwed up. So I hope you guys can hear me. So back to the beginning. I do have bandwidth issues going on. I hope that my stream is coming through. It is not like all broken up and stuff. So if you could let me know in chat, that'd be great. Um, I'd love to get somebody on tonight, like Vault or Nikki or Jorge. Like, I'd love to have somebody to bounce off of. So, um, I made this grand all this grandeur statements for the past half hour, realizing I was talking to no one except Nikki, who came in and was like, you're on Facebook, right? So stupid, man. I feel like an idiot. Yeah, man, of course. Like, why wouldn't we be? Like, dude, look, people can have problems, people can disagree or whatever, whatever it is, man. People can get past that. I mean, Nikki was kind enough to let me know that I was only broadcasting to a very narrow part of Facebook, and I thank her for that. Like, of course, we're good. Like, if we weren't good, she wouldn't have done that for me, you know? Like, um, jeez, where do I start, man? It's kind of weird position I'm in right now. It's a weird place. Again, I hope this broadcast is shining through. Like, please, like, somebody let me know. Like, it's not good. Like, you're broken up, or it's good. It's all good. Like, I hate appealing to chat, but I definitely need to appeal to chat to understand. Um, anyway, I just need to know if I'm squawking hot or not. That's all. If it's broken up, man, I need to like turn the camera off and like maybe get PD involved and just do a little comedic stream for a minute. Anyway, how you guys doing, man? Like, what's been going on? Donald, what's up? Okay. Yes, I seem to recall that now. It's a little choppy, but not horrible. Yeah, gotcha. See, I don't want to be choppy at all. I want it to be smooth. And now I'm sitting here kind of with nothing to say because I just said everything. I just poured my heart out to an empty audience. Um, yes, the black spot. That is a ghost. That's a certified ghost, Lester. Um, what? Who are you talking to, Raptor? Okay, silence is death. All right. Nobody. Hey, I mean, Jeff. Nobody needs to see me, right? Right? I got some shit to get off my fucking chest. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like I'm just gonna go the passionate route because that's what I do. I'm passionate about shit. I got some shit to get off my fucking chest. Okay, but I can't do it without you. I need your help. Like you're an audience. I need something to bounce off of, which was freaking me out the whole time that I misfired my StreamYard earlier. Thank God for Nikki showing it. Like after half an hour, like, you're not talking to me about you. What do you mean, Nikki? Look at your StreamYard account. Oh shit, you're right. you know, hey Pete. Hey Pete, you got something to say? Come say it. Maybe not. How about no fucking coyote noises? Stop, Sally. Sally. This is funny to me. No, I really, I want to talk. I just, it's probably not the right time, man. I'm probably not in my right mind right now. I could probably do a better, way better job of articulating myself. Like, you know, 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning than right now. To be honest with you, I just kind of want to talk. There's things I want to talk about. There's things I want to bounce around and discuss. You know, cherish people, cherish beliefs. Like in the Bigfoot world, like it goes way, way beyond any kind of like this hoaxer, that hoaxer. It's it's all it's just all about the narrative. Um, and I really want to talk about that. Like I really want to get some shit off my chest right now, even though I'm just like I'm not in the best like place to do that, man. But I just do. I don't know. With with all this Bigfoot shit, and now I have an audience. There's people here. Nobody else is broadcasting tonight. Whatever. I guess Nikki did. She did her trivia stuff or whatever. But I have no idea how this connection is. Um. Anyway, I need something to fucking bounce off here. So I'll just throw it out there right now. One of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight, which I fucking goddamn rambled on for half an hour about, um, is Ron Morehead. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. And the LBL and this recent outing, um, with some what's supposed to be Bigfoot audio, which is clearly not. Um, and then more, like more beyond that. But you know, it just bothers me that Ron Morehead can just show up some random spot in the LBL, which is a 270 square mile area. It just happened to plop himself right next to a Bigfoot. Um, wow, that's amazing, Ron Morehead, the guy that captured the Sierra. Sounds like, what the fuck? We're like, really? None of that seems right to me. None of it. None of it. I'll do this. Hey, man, it's like none of this is personal. Like, I kind of hate the personal shit that's been going on in the Bigfoot world lately. At least like in the circles that I know and that I run with. It's like it's not personal. It should never be personal. Um, it should there should never be an ad hominem involved. It's like like truth. It's just about truth. It should never be personal. And I hate how quick that people make shit fucking personal. You know, I can disagree with you. You can disagree with me. If you don't buy into my flying spaghetti monster model, you don't have to get fucking personal about it. You know, uh, you don't have to get fucking personal. And I hate how things have gotten personal. Like, I love Brent to death. I find Brent to be an intelligent dude, and so I'm not getting personal right now. Even this is just my observation of the situation. Is that like, Brent? Why are you fucking like? Don't stop engaging with people personally. Like, let that go. I'm beyond that. I'm going after the narrative, 100%. The narrative, the false narrative echo chamber. It exists. It's a thing. It's there, undeniably there. Like, that's what I'm going about. Like, I don't have to make it personal, even though I could. Um, and I may. I'm not going to say I'm not. You know, to make a point, like, greater than somebody throwing a rock. A bigger point than that. So when I talk about Ron Morehead, possibly full of shit, possibly a hoaxer, it's not personal. It's just not. It's about the truth. Yeah, I mean, again, like, Ron Morehead's not low hanging fruit, right? He's up there in the top 10 biggest fucking names of Bigfoot, the top 10 conference goers. conference speakers. You know, me calling if I say, maybe Ron Morehead isn't what you think he is. That's like me saying, maybe Jeff Meldrum isn't what you think he is. Like, kind of the same thing. Like, it's that's on par with that. And that's a big claim, but one I could back up. Oddly enough, through Jeff Meldrum. Uh, just saying. And Raptor's right. He's 100% right. This is the shit. This is the kind of statement, and I recognize this 100%, dude, because I've been there. This is the kind of statement that gets Raptor banned from other channels where he's not banned here. He has every right to say this here as he wants. And you know what? You have every right to counter that in any way that you want to without saying, look, motherfucker, or you're a fucking idiot, Raptor, just negative shit like that. You have every right to counter it. If you disagree with Raptor's statement, counter it. But it's it's in your best interest to be articulate and not a dumbass. Because I will say this, dude, I agree with Raptor's point. He didn't have evidence of shit. Audio is not evidence. It's just not. It's been proven. It's been shown that those types of sounds can be made by humans. That has been proven. Like so then you get into a convoluted soup of whether you believe it's real or not. But there's no fallback position of, oh, that can't be done by humans. Yeah, it can. And it's kind of funny that, Ron has a golden voice. He does. I've always said I want Ron Morehead to narrate my life. The guy has a golden voice, like professional level. Golden voice. I don't know. Is that coincidence? I don't know. And I understand the tentativeness of people to be willing to talk about that, especially with that particular guy. Um, because you know, there's a lot to lose there. There's a lot to lose, actually. Like there are people that can lose a lot, you know, because they're content creators. They have audiences. They have certain monetary uh, you know, uh, achievements or whatever, certain monetary like lines that come in for them, kind of guaranteed every month, and they count on that, and like they don't want to like they don't want to ruin that. They don't want to do anything to like take that out of their way ever, right? So um yeah, I mean, talking talking about Morehead in any kind of way that doesn't support the narrative that you know Morehead is nothing but this amazing dude that captured amazing sounds and then came up with this quantum idea of Bigfoot um, more recently. Talking about, and he's a great speaker at all the conferences. Yes, of course he is. Absolutely. Yes, he is a great speaker. Doesn't mean you know what you're fucking talking about. You know, I could be a great speaker at a conference too. Doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about, because I can tell you right now, I don't. Like, I can't tell you what these fucking things are. Like, that's my current opinion of Bigfoot, is that I don't know what they are. You know, I just don't know. It doesn't mean like, it doesn't mean I'm marching down some woo woo road. I'm not. It's just, I'm just not sure. You know, I'm comfortable in saying I can't explain this, and I can't. I can't explain Bigfoot. They might be an undiscovered hominin, or they might be something that we just simply don't understand. But then that gets into, we just don't understand it. There's nothing more to go on, you know. But I'm not. I'm certainly not going to try and explain them through um, an area of science that's not quite understood itself, and leaves a lot of room to insert Bigfoot. Like, no, that's bullshit. To me, that's bullshit. But that's just me. Hmm. Yeah. There's no University of Sasquatch. Nobody knows. But common sense tells you a lot. Yeah, that's a double-edged sword, man. Uh, Red Coast research. That's that's a double-edged sword. Common sense. Um, Common sense does not define Bigfoot. Common sense does not prove Bigfoot. Common sense never, ever leads to any kind of fucking evidence for Bigfoot. These things haven't worked out, you know. Whereas common sense tells me misidentification is off the charts, you know. Bigfoot on the brain is off the charts. Hoaxing is off the charts. People fooling themselves is off the charts. Common sense shows me all that. Common sense never shows me anything that anyone has ever presented outside of Roger Patterson that could possibly fucking be a Bigfoot. There's zero. There's a big nothing burger outside of that. And the Patterson-Gimlin film is nothing more than a controversial film. It's not debunked. It's not proven. It's just controversial. That's it. That's all it is in 2024. Now, the fact that it hasn't been debunked in that time is telling. But here we are. It's just controversial. So, oh, thanks, man. And man, I got so many topics coming down the pipe. Like, so many that I want to get them like out of my system right now, but I can't and I won't, you know. Uh but I got shit coming, man. Like, I'm really ready to bring it to the Bigfoot world with their fucking narrative. Like, I'm tired of it. It's wrong. The narrative has to be wrong. or totally woo. Like we're in a position where we can like really kind of prove this thing one way or another. Like we're in that position now. And the Bigfoot world doesn't seem to be all that concerned with that. They just seem to be concerned with the fun shit, which I get. I totally get the fun shit. It's fun to go looking for Bigfoot. It's fun to be like share camaraderie with other Bigfooters. And like I get that. Like I'd go be a part of that in a heartbeat. I would. Absolutely would. And I have. I want to sit around a campfire and talk about Bigfoot. I'm actually not gonna be the guy to go, well, skeptical, this, that, and this and that. I'm not gonna be that guy. I don't want to ruin the fun. Like, I just want to have fun. Let's tell stories. Fucking cool. We're hanging out, we're eating together, we're sharing dinner, we're sharing a campfire. Like, I'm that guy to go, cool, this is fun, you know. But the second you hear Bard out and you think it's a fucking whoop, I'm gonna go, this is Bard out. Like, I will be that guy. I'm not just gonna go along with every like misidentification that happens with these people. Um, uh, dude, no, like, so I'm not sure what I'm seeing in that film. I don't think it's a guy in a suit. Therefore, if I come to the opinion, which is where I'm at right now, as we sit here talking right now, even though I think the PG film doesn't even fucking matter anymore, I'm still the guy who will honestly say it doesn't look like a guy in a suit to me, and I've tried every which way of loose to fucking see it that way. Like I've gone outside of my own scope to try and see it that way. And I get some of the arguments, but man, I'm like, no, that's a thing. The PG film, Patty, well, what we call Patty, right? Because I'm still part of the Bigfoot world. I'm still allowed to go we. What we call Patty is a fucking thing. It's not. It doesn't look like a guy in a suit, Ugh, you know. I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice in this world. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't look like a guy in a suit. And I've tried to see it every other way. And dude, like dude, at this point, I'm like butt buddies with people like Ben Radford and Matt Crowley and others. Like me and those guys see this whole entire Bigfoot thing just almost exactly the same. But I have no problem having that conversation with Ben. That hey man, it doesn't look like a guy in a suit to me. Maybe he has something to say about that to me. Maybe not. You know, that's fine. I can have that discussion any day. Man, okay. You say you know where. I'm not sure the context of that at all. Um, I'm not sure what that means. Um, it you know I think I understand your frustration there based on your next comment. Uh, Yeah. Bigfoot's just a big party, and it is. Like, that's what it is, man. It's just a big fun party, and I'm the guy killing the music at the party. Like, even if even if if I question Ron Morehead, I'm the guy that kills the music at the party. Like, you know, and nobody wants that, except you guys. At least you guys are willing to listen. At least hear me out. At least you guys are willing to hear me out. Like, I'm under no uh like false pretense in my mind that everything I say tonight will be just, gobbled up and believed or understood by everybody. But I mean, if I have any persuasive, thought provoking anything, like, that's what I do, you know? Like, I'm not trying to be, you know, a preacher in a fucking church, man. I'm the guy standing in the street holding up the sign going, like, I'm more like that dude. Like, you know, yeah. What does he get? What does he got to say? Let's hear him out. I just want to be heard, man. That's all. At the end of the day, I just want to be heard. I do have an outlet for it. Thank God. You know, thank God I've built this outlet for it, and here we are, man. I got a lot of shit to get off my chest. A lot. And it's funny because this show went nothing like I thought it would. I said a bunch of shit earlier that to zero audience until Nikki showed up and said, you're not on YouTube, right? Thanks, Nikki. Sorry, I'm an idiot. You're right. you know, um, yeah, that's bullshit, dude. So, so fuck that. That's bullshit. That didn't exist. I'm just outright dismissing that. What Raptor says here. Um, it may be something to that because lately I've kind of been thinking. I mean, it all depends on what I don't know what one's thoughts are on population. You know, okay, so we have Bigfoot reports from Florida to upstate New York to Washington to Alaska and I don't know, parts of Canada, right? It all depends on where you put that population number. Then they're not coming for me. I promise. Um, then then you can start applying like real fucking trigonometry to that, like real geometry, like real like, well, if there's that many of them spread across that kind of area, you know, then how many of them are there now? Um, and again, man, Raptor is fucking 100% on this. Now, see, I just can't disagree with this statement. Like, this is fucking true. It's absolutely true. Um, you know, except he's to him, he's saying it's sad. Uh, uh, so that's whatever his own objective kind of like view on it. But they're out in the woods, but they're all doing is making up story and content, but no actual proof. Raptor's fucking 100% on that. He is 100 fucking percent when he says that they're just making up stories. There's never any proof, and it doesn't matter if what's happening to those people is real or not, which unlikely it is. Bigfooters, that is. Like, I tend to believe non-Bigfooters way before I believe Bigfooters. Any Bigfooter that says that they're getting fucking rocks thrown at their camp, they're getting foot stomps and wood knocks and fucking whoops and all that shit, and they can never prove any of that, Raptor's 100% correct. They can never fucking prove it. All they do is talk about it. Talk, talk, talk. Talk, 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 talk. I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to bring somebody in who's much more articulate, much more sober than I am right now. And that's Mr. Harding.
I don't know if I'm more articulate than you are.
Oh, great. I can barely understand what you're saying to me.
Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, it's that broken up fucking robotic shit.
Can everybody else hear me, or is it robotic for them too?
Yeah, you're going through StreamYard, so you should be fine. Chat, can you guys hear Jeff just fine, or somebody give me something on that? It might take a minute. So I might have to turn the camera off just to free up the bandwidth on my end, so I don't fucking hear your fucking robotic talking.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Well, Nikki says you're perfect. So, I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, that's a lot to live up to there, Jeff.
Wow.
God, I didn't know you were perfect.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's news to me.
So I'm going to turn my camera off, and I'm going to go into PD mode here. Hopefully that will get better for me.
Does that work better? Am I still a robot?
Yeah, you're still a robot. That's okay. Just speak slower, I can get the syllables better. You know what I mean?
Well, the one thing, touching on Ron Morehead, and this isn't personal, but the one concern that I would have at this point is that Ron has acknowledged having over 10 hours of recorded Sierra sounds. Even though he only released 20, 25 minutes, whatever total it was, he has over 10 hours of those sounds. He's admitted that on my show with Todd Neese on, and Todd has heard almost half of those tapes, him and Peter Byrne. And that's the concern for me now, is that any audio brought forth that Ron is involved with, are we hearing something new on its own, or are we hearing a snippet of the larger collection of Sierra sounds that never was released? And because of that, the integrity is a little worrisome on my part, because it sounds to me like he has 9.5 hours of unreleased library of Sasquatch sounds, if you believe they're real, that he could bring forth at any time and say, I captured this here or there or wherever. And, and nobody would have a reference of saying, oh, this is the same thing that he's released in the Sierra Sounds. He only released a half hour or less of them. So if you hear a sound that he releases now, there is no 10 hours of released Sierra sounds to compare them to and say, oh, this is part of that. He has a gun belt full of 9.5 hours of audio that, because of that, by his own admittance, I'd be a little worried about putting a lot of faith into any audio that he brought forward at this point. Hopefully Pat heard that. Hopefully Pat's still here. I don't see him backstage. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to restart. But yeah, that would be well, and that's not personal towards him. I'm just saying he came out and acknowledged having over 10 hours of the Sierra sounds on tape. He's released 5% of that or less. And now you have to legitimately question any more audio that he or someone closely connected to him brought forth. Are we hearing something new? Or are we hearing part of this unreleased library?
Yeah, I just got kicked out of my own show.
Were you able to hear any of that? Probably not.
Not the first time it's happened, actually.
Were you? How do I sound to you now? Same.
Oh boy. What am I supposed to be paying attention to? I'm off tilt now.
I was just wondering if you probably didn't hear anything that I said. I'm wondering, can you hear me now? Or is it still robotic?
Yeah, it's total max headroom. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I mean, I kind of heard what you were saying about Ron. I kind of got that point.
My concern, Pat, is that he has admitted having 10 hours of Sierra sounds recorded. And if you believe that those are real, if you were to, or at least give him the benefit of the doubt, he's only released less than 5% of that to be heard by the public. Now, any new recordings he would bring forward, or anyone close to him would bring forward, I legitimately have to question, are we hearing a snippet of unreleased Sierra sounds at this point? Because by his own admittance, he has a large library that nobody's heard.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of get that. So here's what I'll say to that. Again, man, without trying to march down some kind of any kind of personal road, you know, um, I have no personal BS with Ron Morehead. This is
Yeah, I don't either.
this is complete outsider objective point of view thinking. Is that
Raptor, what I'll address this since Pat's glitching up here. Raptor wants to play the victim here. I'm just going to say this, Raptor, I've never banned you from anything for having an opinion that was different than mine or different from somebody else's. The only time I ever banned you is when you were a complete asshole to a guest. Name calling, flat out being belligerently just unkind to people. That's when you got banned. It had nothing to do with you having a different opinion.
What
Nothing.
I'm not sure exactly what you said there. I kind of caught half of it. I got banned for being an asshole.
No, no, that's not what I said. I said, yeah, I'm not going to go back into it. I'll let you go. If you can't hear me, we aren't going to get very far here.
Dude, I really can't hear what you're saying.
Well, I appreciate you letting me pop on, Pat. I hope the bandwidth thing fixes itself at some point here. So
Oops, how did I double into that? So I keep getting fucking kicked, and maybe it does have something to do with my bandwidth and trying to have an extra person on. Like, okay, all right, that's better. I'm not sure. It's just like, so I came on here tonight completely on the fly. I did an entire half-hour show on Facebook that I didn't even know I was doing. I thought I was on YouTube. Like, why is nobody watching? You know. And I do have bandwidth issues. Clearly, I've been kicked from my own goddamn show now, like what, 4 times, 3 or 4 times. I just don't know. Like, it's hard to communicate with you, Jeff. I don't want there to
yeah,
be any fucking communication.
no, I hear you. I'm gonna let you go so you can just finish your show. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't want there to be any miscommunication. Like, I kept hearing things and I'm like, I'm not sure how to respond to that because I might have heard it differently than Jeff was actually saying it. And then boom, I get kicked out of my own show. Uh, and I have to come back in. Like, yeah, this is frustrating for you, the audience. It's frustrating for me, the host. I do apologize. I really did want to come on here tonight and have some kind of good conversation, you know. And I do have a lot to get off my chest, and a lot of what I have to get off my chest involves Bigfoot mostly not being real. Uh, I do have issues with Ron Morehead. I could say at least, you know, I do have issues there now. Um, and one of the things that I never got to about that was something I learned very recently from Jeff Meldrum himself. Is that Ron Morehead took pictures of the Sierra Sound site of footprints, and eventually he sent them to Meldrum, and Meldrum was like, "Nope, not Bigfoot. Ain't nothing Bigfoot about that." Meldrum almost made it sound like these footprints that were supposed to be evidence, trace evidence, you know, to go along with the sounds. Meldrum almost made it seem like they were faked. He didn't say that. Don't don't misquote me. Don't take fucking words out of my mouth that I didn't say. He didn't say that. My impression was that was his impression. And so I'm like, I'm already skeptical about Morehead and Sierra Sounds. Again, Morehead has this golden voice. Like, there's something to that, right? 1972, fucking, you know, a condenser mic recorder kind of situation. Like, man, that's easy to fake. People have shown that it can be done. But then, like, hearing Meldrum, number one, like, completely fucking shitting on his pseudoscience quantum shit. Like, even though, again, Meldrum didn't do that in a personal way, he did it in an academic way, right? And number two, saying, Ron sent me these pictures of supposed tracks from the Sierra Sound event. And he's like, absurdly not Bigfoot. Whatever that means. Like, that's how I took it when Meldrum said that. Now, he doesn't say that a lot in the Bigfoot world. This was a podcast he was on outside the Bigfoot world. So you'll never hear Meldrum talk about that really in the Bigfoot world, but he talked about it in this podcast outside of the Bigfoot world. And when he was asked about the Sierra Sounds in Ron Morehead, he basically said his book is junk science, and his fucking pictures that he sent me supposedly from the Sierra Sound site, absolutely 100% not Bigfoot. And that makes me go, whoa, take pause. And now on March 18th, Ron Morehead shows up to the LBL with these other guys, and fucking they record something that sounds pretty much like a screech owl, although that could be argued. Certainly, easily could be a person. Easily could be a person. Easily could be a hoax. Easily could be misidentified. Definitely not a Bigfoot. 100%. March 18th, spring break, LBL, closed off peninsula. There's 500 to 1,000 people on that fucking peninsula that night. Why did Bigfoot come to you? What the fuck is Bigfoot doing there? Why did they come to you? Why did they not come to these other people? And just like Jeff says, if I put 5 plumbers out in the woods, there's no Bigfoot. If I put 5 Bigfooters out in the woods, nothing but Bigfoot. Why is that? Do they actually conjure them up? Is this magical spells being cast? Actually, must be, right? So the audio from that is where I found it. Vault is on the coalition page. You might have to scroll down a minute. I mean, it was posted there. I don't know, man. 5 to 15 hours ago, something like that. If you go to the Coalition for Critical Thinking and Bigfoot page, that's where I saw it posted. That's how I came across it. Yeah, and I mean, you're right, JT. Like, no, you're not supposed to take my word for it. I'll give you the goddamn podcast. I was looking for the clip earlier. It's funny because I was looking up for the clip, like up to my start time, and I just I have not found it yet. It is the oh my god, jeez. Here, I'll just fuck it. I'll just share it. It's this. Backcountry Beasing, number 98, Dr. Jeff Meldrum. Skill Brothers Outdoor. Just hold on, let me share it. But you're right. No, you shouldn't just take my word. Like, I totally agree. I'll do my best to promote this. God dang it. Present. Sorry. I'm way out of practice with all this. I apologize. Share screen. This one. So this right here. This podcast right here. You can find Meldrum talking about that I just described, and very accurately. So that's the best I could do for now, without going back and linking this actual podcast in the description, which, by the way, it's what is it? It is hour and 15 minutes long. I scrolled through it. I couldn't find that clip. I was trying to find it so I could clip it and have it ready, and I couldn't find it, but it is there. This is where he talks about Morehead being a kook for his fucking goddamn quantum physics bullshit, and then goes on to talk about the Morehead saying he had photographs from the Sierra Sound event of footprints and sent them to Meldrum, and Meldrum just completely shoots it down. Nope. Well, it's not a Bigfoot. I don't know what that is, but it's not a fucking Bigfoot. So that did happen, and I did my best to show you that. Again, I desperately tried to pull that clip tonight before I went live on air, because I knew it'd be talking about fucking Morehead. Damn, get out of here. Jesus. Anyway, but it goes beyond that. So again, so this other thing, which you may have been talking about, Vault, again, this more recent thing, that was posted on where I saw it was Coalition for Critical Thinking. I might pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's try and pull it up. Why not? We're live. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Pretty sure I can go to my notifications and find somebody that had something to say about what I had to say. Or at least this. At least this. Which I did. I'll just say right now, full transparency, I actually disagreed with an actual wildlife biologist, hat wearing and everything, about screech owls. I'm no, that could be a screech owl. But also, I was the guy that said that's definitely not a yote. It's not a coyote. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to bring this up. My computer, everything's being slow because of the bandwidth. Yeah, goddamn, nothing's pulling up. Fuck this. Ah, man, come on, guys. Come on, computer. I just want this one stupid fucking piece of audio. I can't get to it. Arr! Yeah, the computer doesn't want to pull this shit up. Fuck. I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll wait. It is on YouTube, Pat. What is? What's on YouTube? There's a lot of things on YouTube, man. What's on YouTube? What are you talking about? the screech owl audio. Is that what you're talking about? The LBL thing? In the interview, yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to pull this other fucking thing up. I got Facebook open over here, not paying attention to chat, which is, sometimes you don't pay attention to chat. It's okay. Other streamers don't seem to understand that. Like all they do is pay attention to chat. I'm like, hey man, I got a bigger audience than you. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching live. Appreciate that. Hit that fucking like button. Go ahead and smash that like button right now. Yeah, there's a bigger audience that's going to see this show 2 days from now. And look, I'm talking like millions of people. Like millions and millions of people going to see the show. Like, we got fucking 12 people here right now. Look, millions are going to see my show. Because they love me. They love me. I'm being facetious. Just so nobody fucking start calling me fucking narcissist and shit. Where is this audio? Like fucking looking for it. God damn it. It just won't pop up. I really want to play this shit. Like I'm dying to play it for you guys. Maybe get into it a little bit. What are you guys saying? Let me go back to chat. Hey, what's up? Change it. The interview. Whatever, man. Dude, see, again, I don't really make it personal. So if I talk about somebody in the Bigfoot world, they're a big name. They're not a small name. They're a big name. Like I've been down that road, right? PD, what are you doing? PD wants to say something to you guys. I can tell. I've been down that road. The whole thing with Carl going way back when. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. I've been down that road where you call somebody out personally that's sort of on your level, even if they're a little bit above it, but they're not Meldrum, they're not Morehead, they're not Germer, they're not, all these big names, Moneymaker, whatever, right? You call somebody else out that's sort of on your level and not a big name. I don't know. It kind of worked out for me, actually. It kind of did. But I walked away from that going, I don't ever want to do that again. It kind of worked out for me, but I don't ever want to do that again. And I have no problem. I'm not trying to get into the personal fucking drama. Dude, the people thing. The personal drama, Brent versus Nona. I don't fucking care. I'll watch either one of you and make up my own mind. Where you fall into the fucking get it or don't get it category, in my opinion. I'm way beyond that, dude. I have people that I've conversated with and personal with that I fucking like that don't that I feel like starting to not like me just because I'm challenging certain narratives. Just because I say it could be an owl. It's that simple of a statement. You know, people like Branking Sharp, man, who like I love that guy. I respect him, man. I'm like he and I have clicked since minute one when he was up and coming, and we started communicating. And I've been here for fucking 10 years, right? And it's like, I feel like that guy fucking hates me now or something. Like, no, dude, I actually want to have the conversations that you say should be had. And there's nobody else in the Bigfoot world that's going to bring this kind of heaviness to the plate. We have to have honest conversations. We have to. We have to have open, real conversations, you know? But hey, Pete, come on, man. Fucking coyote. Pete's coyote. Some people can't. Again, man, dude, I totally feel like I'm the guy at the party. Like, kill the music. I'm the guy killing the music because everybody else is just having fucking fun. Bigfoot's fun, woohoo! So I killed the music, and everybody goes, "Man, why you fucking do that? Don't kill the music. Keep the music going. Don't kill fucking song. We're halfway through this fucking Led Zeppelin song. It's my favorite song. Don't kill the music. That's what I feel like. That I'm that guy. But I'm sorry, the truth fucking matters, man. And the truth is, pretty much everything I see in the Bigfoot world is absolute fucking bullshit. And I can back that up. I can actually back that up. The truth is that almost everything I see in the Bigfoot world, the false narrative, echo chamber, is bullshit. And I can back that up. I can have that conversation honestly and openly. I can articulate it. I can provide facts. I could be a fucking lawyer with this shit. So who wants to have that conversation? Who? I'm not sure. Honestly, Yeah, of course that's yeah, that's a part of it too. The content creators, the hoaxers, the people who are just in it to create content, they're fictional. Absolutely, they are a part of that too. But it goes beyond that. It's not just that. It goes further. The bullshit in Bigfoot goes so much further than that. Way further than just that. I mean, that certainly exists. There's no doubt about it. I could start naming names, and I might. Uh, the content creator, the fictional content, the obvious fictional content creators, but it's not obvious to everyone. It might be obvious to me. It might be obvious to some of you, but there's 10,000 people out there that it's not obvious to. So where are we at? How do we wrap this up, chat? Like, this is a total on the fly. I already did half an hour of a fucking show before I came here. that no one saw except Nikki. And she probably only saw it for 2 minutes and went, "Hey, you're on Facebook, right?" Thank God bless her for that. Thank you so much, Nikki, for fucking giving me. I would have kept talking. Like I just would have kept talking. Like why is nobody here? I mean, goddamn, whenever I go live on YouTube, I get at least fucking 10 viewers. Like, why is nobody here? Yeah, but like, where is Carl now? That's the funny thing about Carl. And no, I'm not. I'm not trying to like resurrect, the Carl thing. I'm not. I'm asking a legitimate question. Where the fuck that guy go? He disappeared off the face of the fucking planet with Bigfoot. As far as I know, you know, like, I took a chunk of his audience and he was around for a minute and never seen again. And that's fine, you know. And I have no ill will towards Carl. Like it was never personal in the first place. It's not personal now. I hope Carl is well. Hope he's doing better than me. Like for real, honestly. Um, I hope all of you are doing better than me. I hope all of you are doing like whether you disagree or not. It doesn't matter. You can disagree all you want, man. I hope you're well in your life. Like I genuinely feel that way about people. Unless you come into my life and try and stick a knife in my fucking neck, then things change, right? So there's nothing personal about any of this. Even if I'm talking about Ron, and I'm talking about Ron in a way that makes people uncomfortable. It's not personal. I don't dislike the guy. I'm sure I could shoot pool and drink beers with Ron Morehead all night long and be fucking in love with the dude. Like, you're a cool dude, man. You have a golden voice. God, I wish I had your voice. That kind of shit. It's not personal. It's business, man. It's business. And we're all here in this Sasquatch business that shouldn't just fucking be about stories. Shouldn't just be narrative driven. Like, is what the fuck are these things? Like, how about this? Let's figure out what the fuck these things are. Fair enough. They're magical beings from Planet Hairtron. Cool. We figured it out. We figured it out together. You and me. You and us. We all figured it out together. It's fucking Planet Hairtron. I knew it the whole time. It doesn't matter. Let's figure it out. Like, the bullshit gets in the way of trying to fucking figure it out. I have a lot to say on that. I'm not even gonna say it now. It ain't worth spoiling or fucking talking about. Oh, by the way, I have a fucking prediction. I wasn't gonna do this tonight. Well, I thought about it. I thought about coming in here and making this prediction the whole entire video. Now that we're here, maybe I should just go there. First, I'll address some comments. Let me see. Needs to feel relevant on YouTube. Likely won't feel your truths are strong enough to achieve that. You will fabricate narratives and content to get you there. Amen, brother. when I started Squatch Talk, I had an overwhelming desire to make it a campfire discussion, an open, honest discussion, no matter what, rather than, dude. I mean, this was 8 years ago, man. Like, this is 8 years ago. I could have said the business decision in that, which is, how do you make the most money off this? Encounter stories. That's the podcast you should start. And I had enough connections and knew enough people and knew enough, like at the time, famous people to get the encounter ball rolling. I could have went that path. I purposely chose not to. Honestly, sorry, I apologize. If I had went that path, man, like, I'd be worth a lot more money than I am now. I think I could have pulled that off. Like, okay, so that's me patting myself on the back. But I do. Like, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm good at. And if I wanted to bullshit the Bigfoot world, or what, even medium bullshit the Bigfoot world, I can do that well. All I have to do is follow the narrative. It's that simple. You just follow the narrative. If you don't break the narrative, Bigfoot world gobbles it up. So then it becomes a production issue. What's my production? How good am I at doing it? You know, how good am I at not interrupting my guests? Blah, blah, blah. You know, the Wes Germer model. It works fucking well. And I could have done that, and I chose not to. Obviously now there's no way I could. Um, but again, man, I said I had some things to get off my chest, and I'm just gonna let it roll off as it does. I'm trying not to cough too much. Because I have a lot of drainage going on. Pollen. What are you saying, Raptor? More reviews. Played on the channel like it's. Yeah, I don't know. Like, not sure. I'm not sure exactly what that means or how that plays out. You know, there is no Bigfoot research. There isn't no such things happening. Um, there's some ideas, and there's some ideas I can get on board with. You know, uh, that could be Bigfoot research, but there's no actual research. There's no study. Like, you have to observe these things. Like if you're gonna study them, then you have to at least observe them. You know, and I'm not talking about a fucking 10-second encounter. That's not really an observation. I'm talking about they don't know you're there, but you're looking at them. That's an observation. And that needs to be measured in hours, not seconds or even minutes. Even though minutes would be amazing, but still, you know what I mean. So man, I think it's like more than that. I mean, I think it's so easy to fall into 100%. to be the person that goes, well, there's an audience that craves this, so I'm just going to give it to them. And there is no 1% even of trying. It's like the only thing they ever do is do what they need to do to provide the content. And I can name names. And I will eventually. Just not this second. Because I don't want to march down that road without being able to kind of back it up and articulate it. Which I'm not ready to do, oddly enough. Ironically enough, it's a production issue. I think I could do it better with produced content, where I edit things. I take clips, put in my fucking, opinions in text, things like that. You'll see. Or you won't. It may not ever happen. Fuck yes. Every chance I get. Every chance I get. Here's the thing. So I'm going to be honest with you guys right here, right now about the drone thing. Okay? Here, let's have an honest conversation about the drones. And now all of a sudden I sound like Steve-O. Now all of a sudden I look and sound like Steve-O from Jackass. Does anybody get that? Anybody feeling what I'm putting down out there about Steve-O and Jackass? Let's talk about drones. I will still try and do drone research. Absolutely 100%. Because I believe in it. Well, I know. Fuck, what did I just say? I said believe. I know that a Matrice 30T can track down and film a fucking undiscovered bipedal hominid that's living among us here in North America. 100% a Matrice 30T is capable of that, even with a human pilot. Forget AI and autonomy and all that shit. With a human pilot, it's capable right fucking now. So I will not abandon that concept and that ability. Never gonna abandon that, because that will always be the case. If there's an undiscovered upright walking hominid primate thing living among us that's flesh and blood of this fucking earth right here in North America, that fucking drone will find it and film it. No problem. No problem. It would happen sooner rather than later. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's trying. So I will never abandon that concept because I know it will work. And then to go beyond that, if you did get AI systems involved and motherships and things like that, man, like that gets crazy in a lot of different ways. Yeah, you get into some airspace issues, but you also get into like the technical advancement of everything that's even beyond where we're at now that can do it right now. So I will never, ever, ever, ever abandon that idea unless they're not here. I mean, unless they're not real. If Jeff calls me on the phone tomorrow and says, sorry, dude, I was lying. You probably should give up that little tiny percentage that you're holding on to that they're real. Then all of a sudden I don't fucking care about drones anymore. Because I go, okay, they're actually not real. This is a psychological fucking problem with people. That's exactly what it is. But if we're in any kind of window of flesh and blood, undiscovered hominin, which of course is what Meldrum would absolutely say they are, and other people would just like Barackman, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, well, then we can prove that. We can prove it or disprove it through drones. That is the path. It's not you motherfuckers walking around the woods banging on trees. That is not going to do a goddamn thing. This drone can do the job. So I have not given up that idea. Thank you so much for asking. Where are we at? I need a fucking cigarette. We might have to pause the show. Yeah, Kaiju. Okay. I mean, I respect that comment. I have my own fucking story to tell about that. And I'm going to tell it soon. I'm not going to tell it tonight. If you haven't noticed, tonight is a big, giant fucking tease for what's coming in like 100 different directions, man. But I hear you. That's the thing. But at the end of the day, man, the unexplained is just that. The unexplained. Nothing more. Nothing less. If you can't explain it, all you can say is that you can't explain it. The second you assign an explanation to it, you're contradicting yourself. You can't fucking explain it. You can't explain it. And the sound doesn't matter. That's a complete fucking false misnomer. The sound doesn't matter. By the time they hear it, the drone's already on top of them and filming them. In fact, by the time they hear it, there's a goddamn giant spotlight from the drone lit up on their ass with 200 times zoom camera. Like, it's game over. You know, unless they could shoot it down with laser beams out of their eyes, there's nothing they could do. Nothing they could do. It's a $15,000 drone. So the Matrice 30T with the spotlight, it's a $15,000 drone. It requires a professional pilot. This is not something Bigfooters can do. Like, I would need 2 weeks of training with this drone. And I'm a drone guy, right? I'm a drone guy. I know how to fly a drone. Like, even as like cool cinematic ways. Not, not like the best in the world. I'm just saying, like, I know something about drones. Even I would need 2 weeks of training and recognizing thermal signatures, because that's how you find them. It's through thermal signatures. You're not thermal filming. You're thermal signaturing to find them. You get on top of them, that's when you start filming them. It's not thermal at all. It's fucking HD, getting spotlight, 200 times zoom, all that shit. So, I would need training. Bigfooters can't do this. This is nothing for Bigfooters at all. Matt Moneymaker's fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot, and he's probably a hoaxer. Yeah, the Matrice itself, the Matrice 30T is 15 grand. Matrice is just a platform. So you could buy a Matrice that just has a fucking gimbal on it with one camera. Matrice 30T has 4 cameras. and you could put a fucking spotlight on it, bitches. Spotlight. You're good, Raptor. So like again, the Matrice has it has an IR camera, it has a night vision camera, but it doesn't matter. It has a red, blue, and green camera, HD, spotlight, bam. All you have to do is find it and you film it in real time with real footage. Red, blue, and green. Fuck IR. You don't need IR. You don't need night vision. Yes, I mean, HD night vision could be convenient. So I'm not gonna totally poo-poo it. But at the end of the day, when I got a fucking Sasquatch lit up on a bright ass spotlight, and I can film it in red, blue, green with a 200 times zoom camera, that's game over. Like, I don't fucking care about thermal or anything else. None of that matters. Yeah, Jimmy. I mean, look, I'm just telling you, man, that this particular drone that I'm talking about, it's a $15,000 drone. Like, I'm not saying you couldn't maybe get it for 10 grand somewhere, maybe. But the particular drone I'm talking about, again, DJI Matrice is a platform. I'm talking about the Matrice 30T, a particular drone with particular cameras, particular capabilities, all-weather drone. It's not just a Matrice; it's a Matrice 30T. $15,000 drone, maybe a little less. You might could get one for 12, but I can't afford it. That's all that matters. All right, so we're going to take a short break. Don't we not present? Jesus Christ. Brand. The only question is, what am I going to play? I got to be careful what I play. The fucking, man, I've gotten pinched on fucking music, man. In like some of my videos I have loaded in here. All right, let's take a short break. I gotta use the bathroom. Stick around or not, it's up to you. It's all good. If I come back, 0 people watching, fair enough. Yeah, I'll play this and be right back. BRB.
That this is part of the problem is that the people that should be doing good quality evidence aren't doing it, or they're doing very little of it. And the people, and including many skeptics, such as myself, the late Daniel Dennett, and others, were trying to help the Bigfoot community get better quality evidence, right? I'm not on your show to dismiss and debunk right. Bigfoot. I'm here to try to encourage people to do better quality evidence, so that way next year and next month, 10 years from now, people can say, well, either the evidence has not improved, that is, maybe there's no Bigfoot there, or whatever methods they're using aren't working at all. And so, I mean, that's the problem here, is that if these creatures are out there, then whatever methods are being used, such as the Skookumcast, aren't working. Not working, guys. We can all agree on this is not working. Whatever you're doing to find Bigfoot obviously isn't working. Why? Because you don't have one. So whatever techniques you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, drones, camping out, whatever, it ain't working. Do something different. So this is part of the problem. And by doing something different, it may mean better quality technology. It may mean better, more search teams. There's lots of things that you do differently. But at the same time, if those don't yield results, at some point you have to say, maybe it ain't there.
Yeah, it's funny. He mentions drones there, but he's right. Like Ben's right in that statement. It ain't working. Clearly, 1967. If the Patterson-Gimlin film is real, and it's not a guy in a suit, sorry, this is bullshit. What the fuck's going on here? That's the best footage we have of Bigfoot since 1967. Like, it ain't working, guys. Going to your favorite hotspot campsite and getting Bigfoot activity ain't working. And why can't you motherfuckers get evidence? Why can't you actually collect evidence? If it's such a hotspot, they're throwing rocks at you, why aren't you putting those rocks in plastic bags? If they're just stomping around your camp, they're like all over the place, they're leaving biological fucking impact, why aren't you gathering up hair? Oh, that's right, because you're full of shit. It's not actually happening. Got it. None of this is real. You're making it up as you fucking go along. Yeah, no shit, Raptor. You're right. Again, Raptor makes a cool point. He makes a good point. Why is this guy banned in anybody's chat? What the fuck is Raptor saying in anyone's fucking chat that's not valid? That's the part I don't get. I always hear other streamers, people I know, complaining about Raptor. But is this unreasonable? Is this a fucking unreasonable point? No, it's not. He's not talking shit. At what point in his outline here does he say, you asshole, you stupid idiot, how fucking stupid are you? Why don't you know this? You're an idiot. Like, he's not talking shit. I don't understand why Raptor gets so much of a fucking goddamn bad rap with other streamers when he's just making a good point. And I don't know Raptor. Like, me and Raptor we're not best friends. We don't go shoot and pool together every Tuesday night at the pool league. I'm just saying he's not talking shit. And even if he talks a little bit of shit with other people in the chat, that's okay too. As long as you never say, look, motherfucker, that kind of thing. Like, I just don't understand these podcasters that get so butthurt about what people say. And they want to try and make the argument that it's disruptive to their show. It's only disruptive to your show if you let it be. Because I can do this right now. Fucking banners, boom. I can't even see chat anymore. I can sit here and talk all I want. I can sit here and talk with my guest all I want. Chat's not there. There's nothing to disrupt me. I can just talk. And I don't see chat at all. It's gone. There's nothing to fucking gleam into my eye. Just so happens tonight, kind of bouncing off chat. It's actually typically not something I do. But tonight, I wanted some fucking interaction with you people. And I wanted to get some things off my chest, and here I am doing it. And I may take it down tomorrow. We'll see. Give me a second. I gotta make a couple of cigarettes. I make my own cigarettes. And then I'll get back to bouncing off chat. I mean, fuck, man, why not? I wish more of you would speak up in chat. Like, there's more people watching right now than are participating in chat. So I'll tell you what. Let me hear from you guys. Let me hear from you guys that are watching but not participating in chat. You know who you are. Okay? That's easy to call out. I think I got, at this point, 3 or 4 people actually participating in chat. I got almost 30 people watching. Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. What questions do you have? What thoughts are on your mind? What did you hear tonight that you agree or disagree with? Go ahead, slap me in the face. I don't care. Whatever it is, I just want to hear from you. And with that, we're going to take another short break, very short break. Very short break. I just don't want to walk away from the camera and leave it empty. Shit. All right. BRB.
Let's assume that you've got to this point in the video and you don't agree with me at all. Fine, but I guarantee that this video has been beneficial to you. It will, at the very least, have allowed you to compare your own argument to mine, thus giving you an understanding of the opposite view of the argument. And, assuming you're being honest with yourself and actually paid attention, it will have strengthened your own line of reasoning in preparation for an intellectually honest counter-argument. Therefore, even if you don't agree with me at all, this video will still have been useful to you, even if it only confirmed what you previously knew. If I get defeated here, if someone comes along with a very good counter-argument that defeats mine properly, then great, we've all learned. And if I'm right, great, we've all learned again. But if we don't have the debate, because it's artificially shut down, or people complain so much that it persuades people not to take me seriously, we can't learn. We can't find the truth. So we will live in ignorance of the truth. It is therefore in all our best interests to have a debate about this subject. But if the academics or corporations like YouTube or the central state are not allowing the debate, or somehow find a way to call this offensive and take it down, then we won't learn and we'll have a valueless interpretation of
valueless system. That's what he was trying to say. So did we get anybody? Come on, lurkers. Yeah, exactly. Hey. There's somebody I've never seen. Hey, welcome to the channel. We're talking about Bigfoot. And but not in a way you're used to hearing, maybe. If you've ever heard anybody talk about Bigfoot, one way or the other. You never heard it talked about this way. I promise you that. As somebody who swims the Bigfoot waters, that's for sure. So, what else do I got? So I have this weird prediction. I kind of touched on it earlier. I mentioned it and then I moved away from it. I have this prediction that I'm dying to get off my chest. And I thought about, man, should I just make this content? You know, I definitely don't want it to be exclusively like at the end of a sort of a long ranting live stream. Uh, uh, no, Raptor, live chat's good. Live chat is good. It's like Raptor. There's nothing wrong with the live chat. But yeah, I've got this prediction, and it's a humdinger. And again, like, how do I do this? Do I do it here? Do I do it now? Do I just gonna like spit it out right now and maybe clip this out and make it its own video, or or string you guys along, tease you to death, and saying I've got this prediction that's like kind of a big deal. Yeah, now. Of course, the live viewers are like, fucking spit it out, motherfucker. Um, Even though like I'm almost 2 hours into this live stream that actually started almost 2.5 hours ago. But screwed up. All right. Ooh. So I'll just throw it out there. See if it sticks. Or it, oh man, microphone. Sorry. Or if this is like good enough content, like good enough presentation of this idea or thought that I'm having. I have no evidence, by the way, zero. I have no evidence. So these are my thoughts. This is something that I've realized. Nothing more. There's no evidence to back it up. And see if it sticks. So here we go. I think that the Patterson-Gimlin film will be debunked in the next 2 to 10 years. I think that's going to happen. Hear me out. Here's what I'm not saying about that. I'm not saying it's a guy in a suit and that I know it's a guy in a suit or anything like that. Again, I have no knowledge of anything. No knowledge, no insider knowledge. Nobody's contacted me and give me some kind of heads up or anything like that. Nothing like that. Zero. But yet, through my own observations, I think the Patterson-Gimlin film will be debunked, fairly or not. That's just the way it'll go down. That's just the way it'll go down. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I have my own views and opinions on that film. They are what they are. Pretty sure I'm not looking at a guy in a suit, but I could be. Like, I can never be 100% about that. There's always interesting discussion to be had about it. Honestly, I think the PG film should have been put in the history books decades ago. It's crazy that we still talk about it in the way, the strength that we talk about it today in 2024. So much longer. I have my opinions about Roger. Which maybe I'll talk about one day. He was an amazing guy. I find Roger Patterson to be a fascinating, amazing dude. I have my opinions about Bob Gimlin, who's a sweet man, obviously, and a good dude. But I think this film will be debunked. Again, like right or wrong, good or bad, whatever you think about it, one way or the other, it's not right now. It's nothing more than controversial. That's it. It's just a controversial film. But I think it will be officially debunked within the next 2 to 5 to 10 years, something like that. And again, I don't want to go into detail on that because if I do, I'll get come after pretty hard, like way worse than you guys are kind of even thinking right now. Like insider shit, like kid come after me, you know. Worst of the worst kind of come after me. I'm not talking about Men in Black or government shit. Just saying, the biggest names in the goddamn Bigfoot world will come after me if I start divulging more opinion on it. And that's all it is. It's just opinion. Again, I have zero insider information. Just something I've noticed. It's something I picked up on. And I think it will. I think there will be at least an attempt. This is complicated. Again, I can't go into specifics here. I just can't because I don't want those people fucking coming after me, talking shit to me because like I'm not gonna have it. I don't want to fuck start a war. You know, people have way bigger numbers than me and all that shit. You know, like I don't want to start that war. This is just an opinion. It is not at all factually based. Like I have no evidence at all. It's just something I've noticed, I've seen, and I can predict what's coming. Not because I'm fucking special, just because that fucking light bulb went over my head. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not fucking special. I'm not trying to be the special guy in the room, man. I'm just saying, that light bulb went over my head, and I see something that clearly other people are not. And so that's my prediction, is that the PG film will be debunked in the next 2 to 5 to 10 years. Certainly no later than that. Probably sooner rather than later. Probably more in that 2 to 5 year range. I know, like, that's going to send everybody's thoughts in 20,000 different directions. There's only really one kind of thing that the reason why I'm saying this, that there's only this one thing that exists that I've kind of picked up on. Unfortunately, like I hate to be the guy that picked up on it and make this prediction based on what I picked up on and noticed. And again, it has nothing to do with like anyone contacting me or talking to me directly at all. This is just something I've seen. It's something I've noticed. And it's starting to like, I see these little swirls that coming off of it and shit. And I'm like, man, that's something to pay attention to. Fuck. This is going to go down this way. It's just going to go down. I have zero fucking evidence to bring to the table. And I will, when it goes down, I'll be the guy that said, "Told you," And I don't know that I'm gonna want to interject myself into that situation. Honestly, I don't want to interject myself into it now. Like, I don't. But I can tell you this, dude, it doesn't have anything to do with N.K. Davis or fucking how to hunt guy or any of that shit. Like, so I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. Just if people are thinking that I'm going down some weird road like that, I'm not. Nothing to do with massacre theory or fucking how to hunt guy or any of that dumb shit. This ain't dumb shit. This is real shit. And it's unfair. That's the only thing I can say about it. It's fucking unfair. Like, I don't know how. I can't help but to interject myself into it when it happens because I know it's gonna happen. I'm convinced it's gonna happen. And maybe it won't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is all just fucking hot air coming out of my fucking mouth right now. Fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Who cares? Right? It's not like 10 million people are going to see this video, until they do. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, man, how do I interject myself into that conversation? I'm conflicted, guys. Like, it's hard. It's hard, man. Everything I want to fight for Bigfoot, man. Every inch of me that's left with this dumbass fucking thing going on. It's mostly bullshit. But there's this little fucking percentage of head scratching. What the fuck is this? That I still want to stand on some kind of ground for. It's like if this fucking shit goes down like I think it's gonna, it's hard to stay. It's just gonna be hard to stand with any of it. People suck, dude. People. It's a people thing. You realize that Bigfoot's mostly a people thing. Vast majority. It's all camaraderie. It's all fucking let's get together. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's a people thing. It's not a big. It has nothing to do with this head scratching phenomena. Colloquially known as Bigfoot. It's a people thing. And I can prove it. Pete, come here. You want to talk to the audience? Not yet. Pete's a kid. Pete, you just want to be on the podcast. Pete definitely wants to be on the podcast. I know that all of you want Pete to be on the podcast. So before I go, another thing I want to address. And again, I'm cool, whatever, calling this out publicly, because it makes a greater point. Is that recently it's come to my attention that there is going to be a Bigfoot conference out in the woods with speakers, people doing presentations. It kind of similar. The BFRO kind of has their own version of this, I guess, but they never labeled it a conference. So this one's actually labeled a conference, Bigfoot conference, out in the woods. And so these people had to pick a certain place that met all the needs to hold a conference, because obviously, so they want as many people. This is a paid event, by the way. You pay money to go there and be a part of it. Entry fee, just door fee, just like any normal conference, right? So they want as many people as they can have there, and so that means they have to have certain, you know, certain needs for that, desire to have that many people, which would be space, legality, the right to be there, the permits to do it. Obviously, restrooms are going to be involved, in some kind of infrastructure. So they had to pick a place that met all those needs, and that's the only reason why they picked that place. And by the way, it's somewhere in North Carolina. I don't have the information pulled up. I can find all that out and talk about it at a different time, right? Pete knows the truth. Absolutely, Pete does know the truth. So they're literally going to have a Bigfoot conference in the woods somewhere in North Carolina, again, at a place that meets all their needs. It's legal. We have enough room for the amount of people we want to attract and pay to be here. And that means, like, the restrooms, like proper restrooms, have to be close by for sure. No way, it's hard to get 5 people together and not have like a proper restroom. But 50, forget about it. Presentators, this is a conference. And all I have to fucking say is Bigfoot better not show up. You picked a random spot that met your needs. That's why you picked the spot. You didn't pick it because of Bigfoot. If that was ever even a thing that you could do. No, probably not. You picked this spot because it met your fucking infrastructure needs. On this date, to do this, like fine, capitalist thing, free country, you want to fucking do this, fine, like, all about it. But you pick this random date at this random place that fit your fucking needs. Bigfoot better not show up. It better not, but it will. It will. People will come out of that conference. I think it's a 3-day event, and wherever everybody's out there, in campsites and shit, spread out, whatever. People will come out of that saying that they fucking heard Bigfoot, that they experienced Bigfoot, maybe even like the shadowy figure, that typical shit. How's that possible? Wait, you picked that spot because of your infrastructure needs. How could you possibly predict that Bigfoot would be there that night? How many Bigfoot are there in North America? How many? Like millions? Millions and millions? Or tens of thousands? How the fuck does Bigfoot show up to a Bigfoot conference? How is that possible? You are hosting a Bigfoot conference in the woods and Bigfoot's going to show up. I promise you, guarantee you, that people will come out of that event saying they had some kind of interaction with Bigfoot or experience. And so one or two things are only really possible in that moment, is that they actually did have that experience, and how incredibly statistically amazing that is, Powerball level, or they're fucking fooling themselves or being hoaxed. Or that I'll just go there. Or that the event organizers are putting on the Bigfoot Funhouse by sending people out in the woods or Bluetooth speakers to give the paid members what they want. It damn sure isn't fucking Bigfoot. There's no way. There's no way Bigfoot's actually showing up to a Bigfoot conference. Are you kidding me? Like, that's impossible. It's fucking impossible. It's statistically off the charts impossible, even if such a goddamn creature walks this earth. No fucking way it's actually showing up to a Bigfoot conference. Unless they're magical beings that you're literally conjuring up with your fucking Bigfoot spells. Because you do the knocks just right. You do the whoops just right. But I'm telling you, man, this fucking out in the woods Bigfoot conference is going to yield Bigfoot experience stories. 100%. No way I'm wrong. No. I mean, come on, guys. You know. Like, you know too. All of you. Every single fucking one of you watching right now. It's like, yeah, somebody's going to say something about a whoop, at least. You all fucking know it, man. And the people that put it on know it. And the people that fucking are going to attend it know it. The speakers fucking know it. They all know. They're actually predicting where Bigfoot's going to fucking be based on their infrastructure needs of amount of people and restrooms. It's how they find Bigfoot. That's fucking amazing. I should follow these people around because I can become a millionaire so fast. Really. If Bigfoot's actually showing up to this kind of shit, I become a millionaire. I just put one fucking Matrice 30T in there and film their asses, and I'm out. Bye. See you, bitch. I don't even need the next 2 days. I'm going straight to the production company and the universities. Fuck you. I'm a millionaire. Instant. I just filmed Bigfoot in a way that hasn't been done in, 56 years. But even if it wasn't the drone, 8 foot tall, 4 foot wide shoulders, covered in hair, no clothes. They poop, they drink water, they piss, they kill and eat food. Like, evidence should be everywhere. Biological evidence should be fucking everywhere. They're tramping around that area because, I don't know, that's where they live. It's a hot spot. It's a hot spot where we needed restrooms for our crowd, but it's a hot spot too. How convenient. It's fucking bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit. And no one can argue against that. You cannot argue. There's no person, I don't care how much you love Bigfoot, unless you're full-blown woo. You could argue it then, because that leaves you like endless possibility. Oh yeah, no, we do conjure them out. Okay, cool. All right, fair enough. You think that? I can't argue that. Like, cool. You're flesh and blood? Flesh and blood? How many Bigfoot do you think are in this fucking continent, man? North America. How many? Millions? Is it millions? Is it hundreds of thousands? Tens of thousands? Where do you fall on that scale? Where do you fucking fall on that scale? Because there's not millions of undiscovered goddamn fucking upright walking hominins. There ain't millions of those fucking things running around North America. They'd have long been in zoos. They would have long been in fucking, like, wherever. Protective captivity. Pete, stop. Pete. Stop. They'd have long been there. Millions? Millions? We're talking hundreds of thousands? Kind of the same argument. How could there be hundreds of thousands? Like, if there's hundreds of thousands, there should be millions of reports, right? So maybe take the zoo thing away. There should be millions of people seeing these things. There's tens of thousands. That's where we get into the what? Elusive and rare category, which is what Meldrum says. What? They would have to be elusive and rare. That's the only way an undiscovered upright walking hominid could fucking exist in North America. Meldrum himself famously always says they would have to be elusive and rare. So fucking rare that when the Bigfoot conference people put it on Bigfoot conference where they need restrooms, Bigfoot's so fucking rare, they actually show up. What sense does that make? And, oh, by the way, don't engage at all in any kind of elusive behavior. The exact opposite. Polarized behavior. The opposite of elusive. They're engaging. They do whoops. They do knocks. They throw fucking rocks. They bang on your tent. They stomp around your camp. They're completely engaging. They're not elusive at all. So which is it? Which is it? The supreme contradiction. Are they rare and elusive? Or are they everywhere all the time? In great numbers. And how do you explain that without marching down the woo road? Which is fine. Again, I'm not judging that. If one wants to take that position, fair enough. But these are people who are flesh and blood campers that are fucking presenting narratives that Bigfoot's everywhere all the time. They're contradicting themselves. Fucking tired of it. It needs to be called out in a very fucking serious way that people actually have to put thought into and maybe let go of some little cherished belief they have and maybe consider that the things that they've been following, the narratives that they've been going along with, are fucking false. Instead of, don't kill the music at the party, man. Do you want to have fun at the party? Like, because I'm all about that too. I mean, I could put it in that gear. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just have fun at the party. I could do that. I could sit around the campfire and not be this. I can. Like, in fact, that's what I prefer to do. If we all of us here right now, we're sitting around the campfire tonight, I wouldn't be giving this fucking speech. I'd just be fucking hanging out. Let's talk about fucking Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? Let's talk about fishing. Let's talk about whatever, man. The solar eclipse coming up. Like, fuck talking like all serious, dude. I can hang around the campfire and have fun with you guys. And we can even talk about Bigfoot and have fun talking about Bigfoot. You know, but that's not what's happening here. Because this is the public domain. This isn't the actual we're hanging out camaraderie campfire situation. This is fucking public domain, man. Where real conversations should be happening about this phenomena, and actual contradictions should be fucking brought to light that people cannot answer. Rare and elusive, or everywhere all the time. Those two things will never shake hands. That's polarized. The narrative says everywhere all the time. The law says they should be rare and elusive. You can never square that circle. Anomalies, yeah. Problem is, everybody in the room will put their hand up and say they are the anomaly. That's the problem with that. I'll grant an anomaly, but not when everybody puts their hand up and go, "Oh, I am the anomaly." No, last weekend I went out, man. I got whoops. Last weekend I got whoops. You don't believe me? You don't believe there are tens of thousands of witnesses? Fucking straw man. Stories don't fucking shape reality. Your story does not shape my reality. Tell me a story about how there's a fucking $1 million briefcase in my backyard right now. See how much that shapes my reality, man. Tell me a story. Hey, Pat, you know what? I came by your house today, put that $1 million briefcase in your backyard. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Telling you the truth. How much does that shape my reality? Does that mean I can walk into my fucking backyard and have $1 million in my hands? No. Stories don't fucking shape reality. Stories are not truth. They don't shape the reality of the world that any of us live in. Because I can promise you, there's no fucking $1 million briefcase in my backyard. You can tell me that story all you want. It ain't true. It doesn't meet my reality. Same thing with Bigfoot. As much as I believe Jeff Harding, and I'm not trying to compare him to, somebody bullshitting me about $1 million. I'm not trying to make that comparison. As much as I believe Jeff, and I do, all I can do is look at Jeff at the end of the day and go, you didn't misidentify. Nobody was bullshitting you. You're either telling the truth or you're not. But it still doesn't shape my reality. Because all I can do with Jeff's story is scratch my head and go, I don't know what happened to you, bro. I don't know what that was. I have no idea. Sorry. I mean, I'm just fucking ranting at this point. I need to wrap it up. I just need to. I know myself. I've maybe gone too far. I wear shit on my sleeve like fucking this, man. And there's no fucking Bigfoot in the UK either. That's stupid. Shut the fuck up. Like, there's no Bigfoot in the UK. Like, if you say there's Bigfoot in the UK, you are fully admitting they are woo. You cannot have a serious discussion about flesh and blood, upright walking hominids, and the fact that Meldrum is participating in this conference with the kid. It's all about the kid. He's a media darling. I get all that. That's all fine. It's cute. But the adults in the room need to look at each other and go, yeah, no, nothing. The kid got Easter egged, literally. And I say this on Easter. Or 2 minutes past now, it is. So I didn't Technically say it on Easter. There's no fucking Bigfoot in the UK, man. That's dumb. It's not worth exploring. It's not worth talking about. Like, do you want to fucking get answers or not? You don't get answers by doing something so dumb as looking backwards into nothingness that can't even be possible. You know, there's Bigfoot at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Let's go look for him there. Why would we do that? Why? Why would we go look for Bigfoot at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean? Can anybody tell me? Does that make sense? When somebody saw him, I heard a story. You know, this guy, he told me a story. Middle of the Atlantic Ocean, saw Bigfoot. It dove down. Maybe that's worth looking into. Like, of course not. It's dumb. Central Park. Hey, you guys want to go? You want to put a Bigfoot investigation together? Maybe we should all do it. Like right here, right now. Our own Bigfoot conference investigation for Central Park in fucking New York City. Let's go look for Bigfoot there. I'm sure somebody in this world has said they saw a goddamn Bigfoot in Central Park. I bet I could find that person. Let's do it, right? Let's go. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I said earlier, I got some shit to get off my chest. And I did it in a way that, you know, was pretty passionate. I get that. And that's kind of who I am. Again, I wear it on my sleeve. I always have. I hope I wasn't inappropriate tonight. If I go back and watch it tomorrow and I feel like I was, I'll probably just delete this. I don't think I was inappropriate. I think I just laid it out honestly and passionately, which is not something that people fucking do in that way at all. It's much easier to lay out a passionate case, you know, for fucking dogman to attack me. Like I could do that too. Like I could flip that switch right now and become an actor and tell you how scared I was when Dogman revealed himself to me that one night. It's very scary, very impactful. Had a huge impact on my life. I'll never forget that night. But I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know what that fucking thing was. I have no idea. I don't want to talk about it. But I could. Anyway, you get the point. You understand what I just said. Good, Danny. Like, fucking cheers to you, Danny. If I make you laugh, that makes me fucking feel good. Because I never fancied myself a comedian. Never have been. I mean, I can be funny. Depends on what mood I'm in. But, fuck me. Nobody wants to talk to me. Everyone wants to talk to Pete. Petey is the star of Squatch Talk. Hey, boy, what's up? You want to talk to the audience? You want to wrap it up? What's going on here? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. Like, dude, I could fucking sit here for 6 more hours, but I'm not going to. And I'm not going to talk about that weird looking fucking dog man thing I saw that night. You ain't getting out of that. You're not getting that out of me tonight. No way. It scared the hell out of me. So. Thanks again, Danny. Appreciate you, buddy. Raptor. Appreciate you being here, man. Like you, like me, rub people the wrong way. I get it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It's okay. I don't always have to get it, you know? Like, no, man, I'm not. I can't talk about that. I just can't, man. I cannot. Like, nobody's gonna believe me. People call me fucking hypocrite and all this shit, dude. I'll get fucking totally upset. Completely upset. If I fucking talk about this shit. I can't do it. When I'm ready, I will. So fuck that. I have a real fucking talking dog. I have a real talking dog. If you want to fucking see him and talk to him. Oh yeah. I'm going to tell my crazy story sooner rather than later. Probably tomorrow. I think like I'm about to go on a pretty hardcore campaign. Like this is just the opening salvo. About to go on a pretty, let's say hardcore. That's probably the wrong word. That implies porn and stuff. Like that's a different thing in my life. But I do have check me out. Squash Talk OnlyFans. Subscribe. Join membership. Just throwing that out there. It does exist. But hardcore is not the right word. It's more intense. Real. How about that word? Real. Campaign of reality. Campaign of reality. And I may start that campaign technically today. And the first thing I'm going to do is tell a very compelling story. A real story. An actual fucking crazy fucking story that happened to me. Yeah. So, we'll see. Pete, come here. Good boy. You want to talk to the audience? Takes time. I think it's time. Oh, shit, man. Well, hey, everybody. It's me, Pete. Hey, how you doing? it's good to see all of you again. I have not been on here in a long time. You know, lots of things happen in between. Last time I was talking to you, and you know where we're at right now. Yeah, we lost one. We lost one, man. We lost one. It hurt. It hurt bad. But here we are, and it's good to see you guys again, man. What's going on, Sasquatch world? I agree with everything Pat said 100%. Because I'm his dog, so just kind of agree with everything you said, right? I'm his dog, so we're best friends, me and Pat. Haha. Anyway, so Sasquatch is I bite him and just bite him. Like, you know, I don't understand you humans why you don't bite Sasquatch. It's pretty simple. Like, if you see Sasquatch, you fucking bite him, and then you just fucking go, haha, DNA sample for Dobby Olcott, haha, I got it, yeah. So I don't understand you humans are pretty fucking stupid and crazy, but you're fun. I like you and like hanging out with you, peoples. Yeah, it's me, Petey. Why you say that? It's me, Petey. Don't say anything about Pat, man. Me, Petey. And you people are fun. I love you. And we're gonna maybe end stream. And Pat doesn't know how to end stream, so he's got to get rid of me in the stream. So thanks for being here on Squash Talk, and we'll do PD Talk maybe sometime too. And yeah, that's how it fucking goes down with trains coming. And fucking hate trains. Bite Sasquatch W. Ha! Whoa, Pete. Man, those are powerful words. Good boy. Good boy, Pete. You're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any fucking juice left in the tank, man, to talk about the flying thing anymore. I'll just say this. A Matrice 30T in the hands of a right pilot in the right areas will solve this thing in a fucking month. That's all I'll say. Especially if Bigfooters are actually conjuring up Bigfoot. Then even easier. Happy Easter, everybody. Kind of forgot it was Easter, but it's not anymore. So, yeah. These fucking tickers, and I already played that. God, you know, I don't know what to play because I do not want to get copywritten strict, which happened to me. So, fuck it. I'll just do a hard ending. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I do, no matter who you are. Hater, fan, somebody in between, doesn't matter. I appreciate you being here. You want to hear what I have, my dumb ass has to say about all this stuff? It makes me feel good. Feel free to hit the like button, or the subscribe button, or the unsubscribe button, or leave a comment down below. Either way, man, it's all good. I'm all about engaging with discussion and having those conversations. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you all. And thanks, Nikki, for letting me know that I was live streaming on Facebook to absolutely no one, except apparently you. Somehow you picked up on it. I appreciate that, Nikki. I do. Happy Easter, all. Good night.